All doing great, and sending you much love on this beautiful Sunday. And I hope you guys are having fun and relaxing. For those of you that are new, I'm Julia. This is Virgo Nation 1111. It is a Virgo channel, but you can have strong Virgo placement, and these messages also are for you. Everything that you need is down below in the description box. If you're looking for a live tarot card reading, the toll-free numbers are down below. You just say Virgo Nation each time and you will get your reading discounted. Also, we have 2 brand new channels, Higher Realms Music for healing, and we have one for our little ones, which is family friendly, and it's called Pixie's Tooth Fairy Tales. If you want a reading done by me, either done by video or live, then go down to my website at www.heartpassiontarot.com. Go to products and tarot card readings. I'm available for readings again. Keep in mind, every Sunday we do a members live, and the cost is $2.99 a month, and we do 4 lives a month. So for those of you that are Earth Angel members, hey everyone, it's happening. I've already put up the notification for today, so I hope you join me over there for your free reading. Kenny Elizabeth, hey Sonia, hey Kimmy J, hey Candy, hey Joan, love you girls. I hope you guys are doing great. So today's the 20th. It is Sunday, and I hope you guys know that we are going through a retrograde. So you may have been feeling a little blah, a little tired, but I also think we're all going through some kind of an ascension as well. So, but I think you are knowledgeable enough and spiritually aware, and you're very in tune with what happens during moon phases now and retrogrades and everything else. So you've got good control over that, and you can sense when you're going in a certain direction, right, or why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and you're able to balance that out and make yourself okay, right? Whereas before, maybe you weren't so knowledgeable about all that kind of stuff, and you'd be like, why am I feeling this way, right? So a lot of people put a really negative spin on retrogrades, like, oh my God, it's a retrograde, and everything is just, difficulties and everything else. No, it's not like that. Retrogrades, depending too on your, where your planets are positioned in your chart, right? It can actually have a very great and beneficial effect on you as well. So, that's not really true just because we're in retrograde, everything goes a certain way or works against us or anything like that. That's not necessarily true. So, yeah, I think we've got this. Family. I think we've got this. Let me just take a sip of my juice and I'll tell you what I'm feeling. All right, Virgo. In your love life, and it keeps coming up every single day. Yes, you have that person from the past wanting to come back or will be coming back because whatever they left you for, that's crumbling, okay? Now, that third party may put all the blame on you, but you're not doing anything. You're not even communicating with this person. You've got them blocked, right? But they are sensing that their plan of getting your person or having some future with them or whatever, it's just not working out. Your past person wants to come back to you, but of course you don't want this person because you know your self-worth and you know what they're all about. Your intuition is so on point about this person. You have figured this person completely out, and you don't want anything like that even remotely close to you anymore. You've grown, you've done your healing, and you know your worth. So you're not going to, but this person still thinks that you're exactly the way they left you. And you've done, and that's why I'm always telling you, when things don't work out in certain things, it's for your own good. And it had to happen this way for you to do your healing, to understand what is acceptable and what is unacceptable for you. And really just, look deep within why you even got in a situation like that, what kind of healing needed to be done. So, you should be thankful to this person too, in a big way, because you really learned a lot about yourself and maybe even a pattern that you were doing. But see, this person doesn't realize that you have gone through a huge transformation, you know, in the last, 6, 8 months, whatever it is. I mean, even more so. I mean, you were already working on yourself, you know, over the last couple of years, but this was like the final remnant piece that you needed to heal. And you've healed. You've healed. And you're so ready and open for love to come into your life. But this time it can't be just anybody, you know. It's not just like what's on the outside. It's got to be what's in the inside too. I really truly believe that a big thing on your list is that spiritual connection as well, right? Especially for those of you that, I know there's a lot of Virgos that are not spiritual, but the ones that are spiritual, they're looking for their counterpart. They're looking for their spiritual counterpart. And I do see that coming. I really do. And there's a big percentage of you that there was somebody that, I mean, and this goes back, I don't know, maybe 4, 5, 6 years. There may have been somebody that you met that you were friends with, right? Maybe there were plans to get together. You didn't get together. And this person is now ready. Okay? So you're going to hear from them as well. And I do feel that if that sounds like your story, this person is perfect for you. Just perfect. Perfect. They've got their act together. They are spiritual. They're very sensitive, very kind, very loving. And they're, you know, they've also, there's a lot of things that the two of you can, when you talk, there's a lot of similarities of the experiences that you have gone through in the past, not between the two of you, but separately, right? And it's not like a trauma bond or anything like that. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But there's a lot of comparisons that you guys can truly understand each other's hearts because of what you have gone through, right? So there's a mutual respect there. And I feel there's two people that really don't want to experience that again. So that is respected in the connection that, look, if we're going to come into a connection, you know, there's got to be trust. There's got to be this unconditional love. And I think it's something that you're both searching for, Spirit is saying. So you will find it in this person, and they will find it in you, right? And then we've got that beautiful happily ever after for two people that really deserve to be in a beautiful, loving relationship. Now, it's not happening today. It's not happening tomorrow. For some of you, you've already met this person. For others of you, they still haven't come in, but they will, because I've seen it in the cards over and over and over again, how they come towards you. Okay? We also see that past person coming back too. But I also see you standing your ground in your spiritual strength as that spiritual warrior and saying no. Absolutely no. And nothing is going to change your mind. Nothing that is offered, nothing that is said, apologies, whatever. You know, you just won't. You're like, no. I went through so much, right, Virgo, saying to, you know, get past what happened there, the betrayal, the backstabbing, and everything else. I'm not experiencing that again. I have you figured out. I know who you are, and I know my worth. So therefore, I will not allow you to come in and come towards me in this kind of energy. All right. Now, if you vocalize that, you know exactly what's going to happen. Sorry that I'm using this word, but narcissists, they're going to try to conform, and they're going to hear what you're saying, and they're going to try to do everything to convince you that they're so loving and so giving and so honest. And, you know, it's this whole, and there you go again. You're going to be in this cycle again. So just be careful there. But I do see you having either the Two of Wands or the Two of Swords, which means you have to make a decision. And you do make the decision. You make the healthy decision for yourself. And I'm so proud of you, right? Because you know what you will accept and will you not accept anymore. You just won't do it. You won't, you know. A lot of you, I'm also hearing, were like in marriages that were very toxic, very abusive, always made you feel less than. And there's no way, with all the growth and the healing that you've done, there's no way you're going to accept something like that again. Okay? And ever since you let that go, you feel so free. You really do. And you feel better about yourself. And you feel empowered. And you're standing in your strength. And you have a courage, right? And you're going after the things that you want. You feel free. I don't know. You just feel like this burden has been lifted off your shoulders, Spirit is saying. And it's because you're finally on the right track. Okay? So let's get a postcards from Spirit and see what they want to say to you today. Lucy Lou, hey sis, I love you. I'm sorry I haven't done the phone thing, but I am so busy. I'm just so busy right now. As soon as things calm down, but in a good way, I'm just like, I got like so much stuff I'm doing. It's crazy. Okay. I'm just being Virgo, right? Okay. So don't be upset with me. As soon as things settle, I'll call you. And we'll talk. I promise. Who else is in here? Who is this? If you're new to the channel, let us know so we can welcome my Mo. Hey Big Virgo 82. Alexandra, hey sweetheart. Hey Hammy. How do you get a personal reading? Okay, there's two ways. You either order one through my website, which is listed down below in the description box, and then sometimes I'll do a live where I'll do mini tarot card readings, and you can join me during that live, right? If you see a notification like that. So those are the two ways to get a reading from me, okay? Who's this? I missed somebody here. Hold on. Janelle, hey honey. That's who. Oh, Hammy, welcome. Welcome to the fam. Oh, thank you, my Mo. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. Hey, Sexy T Hill. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? I love you, family. No one's told you they love you today. Let me be the first to tell you I love you. All right, let's go. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell us today. Bring us some good news. Bring us some good news, angels. Give us the clarity and the guidance that you want to bestow upon us today. What do you want to tell us today? Ooh, that came flying out, Virgo. Here we go. And it's pink. Like the color I'm wearing. All right, here we go. Dearest you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you must need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're imperfect and happy all the time. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience. Whatever form that takes, your soul knows what you need to experience and what form it needs to take. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are as special as much as you are also one with the world, individual, yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track. You see, you are. Even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul. Check in with your spirit. Keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. They do love you. They do. Okay. So you just keep going. You don't look back, Virgo. You just keep going. All right. Let's see. Let's see. For Virgo. For Virgo. For Virgo. I call upon the divine. I call upon the white light. I call upon the Holy Spirit to come into this reading for Virgo. I call upon our ancestors, our ascended masters, the Divine Mother, the Divine Father, And we ask for your guidance today through these messages, and we thank you in advance for being with us in this sacred space. Amen. All right, so definitely you have learned from the past. You're not about to make the same mistakes again here. Okay? Even if the opportunity is enticing, you know, you've got that knowledge. You've got that wisdom. You're going to make healthy choices from now on. Okay? It's about seeing the bigger picture, understanding that you have control of how things play out in your life. Okay? Especially when you should know too that you have everything that it takes, Virgo, to make whatever you want happen. You are free to do exactly what you want to do. All you got to do is just make wise decisions and reclaim your power and not repeat the past. And keep going. So there's going to be some opportunities that are going to present themselves to you. Let's see what these are. For Virgo, please, for Virgo. For Virgo. Oh, it has to do, one of them has to do with love. So they're asking you not to be afraid and to take a deep dive. Okay? We're talking about a new opportunity. Okay. So, believe in yourself, know your worth, and know that you are ever so deserving of having this special type of love in your life. And it's about continuously leaving your heart open and being generous of spirit here. I feel like one of the things that you have been wishing for is about to come true. You don't see it yet because you're somewhere in the in-between, but I'm also telling you right now that watch what you're saying to yourself, because I do feel, I'm hearing that some Virgos are very positive one moment, and then the next moment they step into doubt and negative talk and negative thinking. That doesn't work. You just can't do that, because then you confuse things. You know, that's why they're always telling you to speak your truth. Tell the universe exactly what you want so they can bring it to you. If you start giving mixed messages, right, or not knowing what you want, like one day you're going, oh, I really want this. And then, no, I want that. Oh, no, that's not going to, oh, I want that. Okay, hello. Sit down. Be clear with yourself, be clear with spirit, and ask them, tell them exactly what you want, what your needs are, so they can be met. Spirit definitely has a plan for you, and you know it, and you're patiently waiting, right? You don't know in what form it's going to come, and you don't know who it's going to be, and you don't know what day or time it's going to be, and you don't know what it's going to be. You have an idea. They're saying for you to just take it easy, okay? Just continue to be you, being grace and gratitude. Do the things that you have to do. Manifest what you need to do here. But I'm telling you, there is a brand new beginning for you, because you are the type of Virgo that gives with grace and gratitude. There is a lucky time, and that lucky time is abundance for you. It's money. It's a solid foundation. Could be a new home, Virgo. Okay? You do have people that care about you, that love you, whether you realize it or not, okay? And the abundant universe will always provide for you here, one way or another. You need to know that as well. But they do want you to finally step into that energy of knowing your worth here, and to start creating your world exactly the way you want it to be. Like, you know, make your dreams a reality. Let's put it simple like that. So it's really a time for you to collaborate. Collaborate with others, collaborate with the universe, with spirit guides, with your angels, right? And start acting as if, and believing and trusting that these things are going to happen. I also feel here there's a time for you to let go of something. whether it be a person, a dynamic, a job, an addiction, okay? I also feel here that you need to release control about the way things are going to play out. But you're also being asked, though, to step it up and take a leadership role and be fearless and be bold here, not to give up. Because at the end of this journey, or the end of whatever this is about, you stepping it up, what does it say? It says sweet results await. You're going to be very, very happy with whatever you're doing here. I see you very serious too. I mean, you're giving things a lot of thought. You're taking things one step at a time. You're not making foolish mistakes. You're not taking stupid risks. Everything is very methodical with you. There's a plan, right? And if there's not a plan, then you're going to figure out a plan. But you're very organized, right? You are being also very careful with how you're spending your money, how you live your life, right? I feel whereas before too, a lot of Virgos were like, oh, I just want to get this thing done and I'll hire this person to do it, or I'll hire that person to do it, or I'll pay X amount of money to do this, like with home repairs or improvements to your home. And a lot of you are like going, well, you know, I really would like to do this with my house, right? But maybe I just don't know where to get the stuff, or I don't know how to do it, or whatever. And you're putting it in your own hands where you're like, you know what, I'm pretty, you know, Virgo's like, you know what, I've done a lot of things. I know how to do, fix a lot of things. I am creative. I am talented. So, you know, I'll find out how to do this, and I'm going to give it a shot and get whatever I need, and I'm going to repair it or redo it or whatever myself. And lo and behold, you will do it. And you'll be very happy with the results, right? So you're taking a lot of things in your own hands right now. More independent, not being so codependent on other people's help or anything like that. And it makes you feel good, right? That you can do stuff on your own as well. It's kind of like this liberating thing, right, for you, where it builds up your confidence. I also see that as you're proceeding gently and softly, but with steady motion ahead, you're also taking time to enjoy yourself, to do the things that you like, or things that relax you. Or, you know, if you feel like, hey, you know what, I just want to be just low-key today, and I just want to do this, or I want to do that, whatever. You do it, right? Just do it. And it makes you feel good. I feel here there has been a divine detour, or there will be. And the reason why this happens is to enable you to be able to overcome any kind of obstacle that's been in your way. Okay? But they're also telling you, hey, you know what? Don't look at it negative, right? That if things have changed up and it's taking you in a different direction, it's only for your own benefit here. And nothing that you have experienced, Virgo, the honest truth is ever wasted, right? It either has built you up in strength, has given you more knowledge, has helped you to heal, to transform into even a higher version of yourself than before. Anyways, just know that the miracles are endless, that you are not alone, right? Even if you are alone, you're not alone. You're really not alone. Spirit is all the way around you here. Just trust in the mystery. Let the changes happen. Be a little bit more flexible, in which Virgo is these days. You're allowing yourself to be more in the flow and be flexible. You're not trying to control everything. You're not insisting that things have to be a certain way. And maybe that's because you've let go of the wheel and you're understanding, because it's become obvious to you in so many different ways, that Source is with you. And you understand it. And you see messages and you see things on a daily basis that you know that you're not alone. That you are loved and you are being watched over. Whether it's in your dreams, whether it's in your synchronicities, you know, or just the way certain things are playing out, right? Which you're starting to see things very slowly turn in a positive way. Not only from within yourself, but even in your environment, right? Even in the things that you're creating. So it's because of this transformation. It really is. And you're like, okay, well, I guess they know better than I know. So, okay, I'm excited. Bring it on. Whatever you think is the right way for me, or whatever's supposed to come into my life, right? That would be good for me. You know, and I guess you guys know better, right? Basically, you're saying, like, you guys know better, right? You know what the plan is. You know what you have planned for me. It's okay. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go through the changes. I'm going to transform myself, and I'm going to believe in the magic, because everything can just change in a, you know, you know that, right, Virgo? What else for Virgo? Yeah, see, the abundant universe will always provide for you, Virgo. This really has to do with abundance. You've gotten a lot of cards about abundance here altogether. So you're off. I think you're off. This abundance comes in for a lot of you. It puts you on a whole different path. Here, it allows you to bring those ideas, those things that you want to life, right? And you're going to be doing whatever makes you happy. Again, I'm seeing that. You're going to be loyal to the people and the things that you love. And you are doing a lot of healing here too. And you are learning to get the clutter out and to stop the negative thinking, right? Or the overthinking. You've done the healing. You've taken the time out. You've gone within, you know. You spent time in stillness, right? To understand a lot of different things here. And you're in a very peaceful state now, Virgo. You truly are. And you're ready for love again. A lot of you are really working on your home, enjoying being at home, co-creating with spirit here. You're seeing very clearly when it comes to making decisions. There's no more illusions for Virgo. You cannot sell Virgo an illusion anymore. Virgo will see right through it. But you absolutely have a brand new beginning. And the spirit is right behind you here, pushing you along here. And they've got your back. And they are telling you with certain things you do have to put up healthy boundaries, and that's what you're doing. And you're being focused on the here and now, and you're surrendering, right? You're surrendering about how things play out. Okay? Now, some things may have not turned out the way you wanted to, right? Or some things have been unfair, Virgo. But I feel you're seeing clearly now as to why certain things didn't work out, or why certain things had to happen here. And that's why, too, whatever has happened here that kind of stung you, you're saying, you know what, I've got my intuition now, and I know where it's been, where I got it from, right? And a lot of the things that I think are me are actual messages or things shown in my dreams. And that's all coming from a higher realm, right? So they're guiding you, okay? And they're giving you the knowledge and the wisdom that you need here. You are claiming your independence, and you are freeing yourself, a lot of you, right? And you're just totally moving forward here, all right? You are. A lot of you with this independence and moving forward here, there's also, I'm seeing a lot of organization, a lot of decluttering, a lot of redecorating. It's kind of your way of making room for the new, which is really nice, actually. Okay, so what is it that Virgo here You're not overthinking anymore either. You know how you used to get in those situations where you would overthink and sometimes work yourself up for nothing? You're not doing that anymore. You've got control over that. You've got control over your emotions. You have learned how to, if your vibration is low, you have learned also how to raise your vibration, to make that shift within yourself. Or if you're feeling like, like this, no, you know how to pull yourself out of it and bring yourself back to a higher vibration. That takes great spiritual strength. You need to know that, Virgo. So the overthinking for a lot of you has to do with somebody here who may have done you wrong. And you keep replaying it in your mind, right? Okay, so we need to let that go and just keep moving forward. What else for Virgo? What else for Virgo? I'm also hearing here how somebody doesn't understand how you do what you do. There is somebody here really feeling lack, worry, maybe financially they're not doing well, right? They now see your importance. And they may have been sitting, waiting around that maybe one day you would reach out, come back. No, Virgo, this could be anybody. No, Virgo, it's done. It's done. You could have let this thing happen, Virgo, and you can forgive it, but you're never going to forget it. So therefore, for you, it's done. So you walking away has caused somebody a lot of conflict here, Virgo. Yeah, well, this person is going to try to redeem themselves. I'm seeing again. I do see that they're going to come in to express their emotions and their feelings for you, how much happiness you bring them. But they're going to fall short from this because all this is going to land up being for them is a very heavy burden, Virgo. You're not interested in what somebody has to offer. You are passing judgment on them, and you are moving away from these challenging times. You will not repeat this cycle again, Virgo. You will not. For those of you that were in toxic situations, you will not. You refuse. You refuse. Absolutely. All trust has been lost there. Can never be, it's like that broken vase that breaks in 1,000 pieces. No matter how much glue you put together, you glue it back together and it may look perfect on the outside, but it's never going to be the same. It's something like that. And it is what it is, right, Virgo? And, what can you do about it, right? They shouldn't have done what they did. Anyways, let's go to our angel cards. For Virgo. I love you, Virgo. Love you, fam. Here we go. For Virgo, what do our angels want to tell us today? What do our angels want to tell us today for Virgo, please? For Virgo. For Virgo. For Virgo. For Virgo. For Virgo. For Virgo. Justice is here for you, Virgo. So they're telling you just clear out any kind of negative thinking. They want you to be focused on your blessings, right? All the good things that are happening in your life. And step into what your real purpose is here. Okay? They're also telling you to, look, you may be beating yourself up about a situation that you got yourself into here. Okay, it could be anything. They're saying don't be easy on yourself. Okay, you know, you may be looking at the past situation, maybe other things that happened in the past. You're compiling them all together and you're going, Jesus, you know, why did I experience all these things that I experienced? Because you needed to. You needed to so that you could stand back in your strength. You needed to know your worth. You needed to understand why certain things kept happening again and again. This was all part of your spiritual growth, Virgo. And I do see these life lessons. You know, maybe at the time when they were happening, it was really terrible, right? But now you look at it and you go, you know what, thank God, because I've learned so much about myself here. And I understand that this whole thing that I have experienced has brought me to a point that it has taken me on my spiritual path, or for the recent Virgos now, this last life lesson, this last bad experience is really going to put you on that spiritual path. You understand? You know how when we get to a point where we're so devastated, we're so heartbroken, we may experience losing everything because of the choices that we have made, right? And then there comes a breaking point where you just kind of surrender, right? And you just kind of ask God or whatever, Allah, whoever you believe in, right? To just please, you know, I need your help kind of thing. So sometimes these hard learned, tough lessons actually brings us to a point where, you know, we need help. We need help. And sometimes when we need that help, we also make certain promises, right? To the man upstairs. And somehow when we become broken or we become hurt or devastated, right? It starts making us realize all the things that we should appreciate, right? That we have, right? And for a lot of people that were not spiritual, it does put you, you become spiritual. Anyways. So basically they're telling you, look, clear out your vibes, right? Clear out your vibes, no negative thinking. You also have your archangel here, clearing out your energy field here. So that you're not stressed out, right? So that you're more in peace and harmony. And if you are feeling stressed out about a situation, they're saying here, take time to rest, recharge, right? And really understand that whatever you're going through, but it's not going to be like that forever, right? And you can't really focus and make wise decisions when you're in a state of anxiety and stress, right? You're not doing any good to yourself. So you need to try as much as possible to recharge, to release as much as you can, and try to bring your stress and your anxiety levels down here. All right, so you need to know, because of your good heart, your generosity, your love, your unconditional love, all the good things that you've done in your life, Virgo. You don't even see this yet, but I'm telling you, you're going to be so happy. There's infinite abundance coming to you. A lot of my Virgos are going to be extremely, extremely wealthy. And it just comes out of nowhere. Oh, they're going to show you in your sleep. You're going to know this. You're going to get the signs in your sleep. You know, it almost feels like to me, and I can't really read this any differently, right? I said because of the person that you are, right? This is coming in for you, right? But look who else is involved. It's your loved ones up in heaven as well. And not only that, but the Divine Father is here as well, stepping in to make your sincere prayers come true. These are fabulous cards if you're going to think about it, right? You being so happy, spiritual abundance, your loved ones are here, and then God is even here. All right. So, yeah, you're going to be a big mushhead when this happens, Virgo. You are. You're going to be all up in your emotions here. You really are. You're making changes. You really are. And you are making progress even though you may not see it. Maybe you think it's really unfair that you are putting so much work into something and there's other people that maybe don't do as much work, or they slack off at the job, and you're the one who's working overtime and you're the one who's really doing stuff, right, and making things happen, and other people are just kind of slacking off, or maybe, you know, taking credit for your work, Virgo, and it's making you upset. And Spirit is saying, don't worry about that, really. Just you keep staying focused and you keep making progress on what you're doing, because the truth will come out about who's real, who's not real, who's really putting in the work, who's not putting in the work, who's copying, who's doing, who's trying to take credit for your work, right? Who's maybe downplaying you at your job. You understand what I'm saying? It could be a boss as well. Just know that you are spiritually protected, Virgo. You are. Virgo, wellness is here for you. You changed something in your health here. Wellness is here. Wellness is here. And I feel you are sticking with making those changes as well. You are being honest with yourself. You are keeping your word. If you did make a promise to somebody about maybe you letting go of some kind of, I don't know, your health, your food, your eating habits, your addictions, whatever, you're sticking to it. You really are. Yeah. You're also understanding too that a lot of things that you were doing out of the pain that you were carrying inside of you. Again, I'm going to say it, like when you were eating junk food, it was because you were depressed. It was because you were heartbroken, right? Maybe you weren't working out because you were really upset. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe you were drinking or smoking because you were trying, you know, you were feeling deep sorrow and pain in your heart. But you've gotten to the root of that problem now. So, yeah, this is where this deep emotional healing is coming. So when you heal whatever this is inside, then everything else just slowly benefits you in the most beautiful way in regards to your health, the way you think, the way you operate, your energy, what you're focused on, right, Virgo? So they're saying, listen, just be gentle with yourself, right? You've got a lot to be proud of, Virgo. There is something that is of interest to you, or something that you're trying to learn that's new. I think it's a good thing. I really do. And I think that as you're doing it, right, whatever this is that you're working on, or you're creating, or you're educating yourself on, you do that, and then you get confirmation through the synchronicities from the angels that you're on the right path. And you are. And basically they're telling you, you know what, all you got to do is just keep shining your light, Virgo. And just be you. There's nothing for you to be fearful of or afraid to do here, Virgo. You've got all the tools you need to become whatever you want to become, or create whatever you want to create for Virgo. Yes. And yes, it's because you're different. You're different. You're different. You stand out from the crowd. You're not like everybody else. And that's what makes you so unique, Virgo. Sometimes you feel like you just don't fit in with other people, right? But I'm telling you, they're just like we are here. We have found one another here, right? Doesn't matter if other people understand us or don't understand us, right? We know who we are, and we know what we're about, and that's why we're a community, right? For Virgo. What else for Virgo? What else for Virgo? So, you're just releasing everything right now, right? You are. You're just releasing everything. You understand that they're around you. You know you don't have to worry. Of course, you have to show up. You have to make healthy choices for yourself, Virgo. But all the rest, you know they're around you. There's really nothing for you to be worried about. You should know that everything is going to work out exactly as it's supposed to work out, in the time it's supposed to work out, and in the best way possible for you. So if you can understand that, then you can actually allow yourself to just breathe, not be so stressed out, not so worried, right, about everything. Everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out for you. If you're doing the, if you're taking the right steps too, right, to make those changes for improvement, for healing, right, Virgo, to live your best life. I'm telling you again, you better take care of number one first, okay? You do what makes you happy, and you get yourself in the most pristine condition you can, Virgo. Get that temple clear, right? Because when you have your temple clear, then you can think clearly, and then you can allow all these beautiful things to come into your life as they're supposed to, because there's no negative energies. There's no negative toxins within you, around you. You've got yourself pristine. So Virgo, these are the messages I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I thank you for your love and your support. I love each and every one of you. And I'm wishing you a blessed Sunday. For my Earth Angel members, I'll see you a little bit later on. I think what time do I have that scheduled for? I think it's like 2 hours from now or maybe later. Let me see really quick. It's like in less than 3 hours from now. All right, so I hope to see you over there. I love you each and all. Mila, hey, I love you all very much. God bless you all, and I'll see you really soon. Okay, bye now. Thank you, Lucy.